Toddler back again. Today is the 1 p.m. Saturday live, and I hope you are able to join me live. If you are pressing play and watching the replay, well, I thank you very much for joining. Anyway, today I am going to be using quite a few beads from my studio haul. Basically, I posted a video a couple days ago showing the stash that I found when I was rummaging through my on-hand supplies. And what I am going to use, not everything, but some of what you've seen today. I'm not sure what we're going to create, but I think it's going to be a couple pairs of earrings. But let me show you what I have, and then we will get started. Again, I'm not sure how long this is going to take. If you feel like you need to jump off and then come back and watch the replay, that's perfectly fine. But if you feel like this is something that you might try, if you enjoy the video, please thumbs up, like, comment, and share. That would help me a great deal. And if you're watching live, please just drop a comment and say hi. I'd really love to hear from you. All right, so first of all, thank you to all my subscribers and to all the future subscribers. Every single one of you make my day. I am very happy to share content with you, and I have so many things that I'd love to create with you. And I'm going to try to get to a point where I can actually invite some of you on live to help create some things, or see you create while you're creating your items too. All right, well, let me go ahead and get started. I see we have a couple of people watching. If you could say hi, I'd love it. Just say hi and let me know you're here. All right, so I have a couple of things here. So you've seen the abalone pieces that, let me put some light over here real quick so you can see these beauties. We got some abalone beads. These are flat beads. I'm loving, loving, loving these. I think we're going to do some earrings with these in combination with, let me just pick this up so you can see. We've got some iridescent seed beads, and we've got some blues and greens and blacks and golds. We might actually use these three for one pair of earrings. And then we've got these beautiful charms that I'm going to combine with these beads. And then probably add some of the bling on there as well. So that'll be another pair of earrings. And then we have these beautiful pearls, right? Along with some gold spacers and a couple of what do we call these? Bicone glass beads, which I am in love with. And then we have a couple of findings. I'm not sure which ones we're going to use. You've got the eye pins, gold eye pins. We got two different sizes. There's a flat pin, head pins, I believe that's what it's called. And then the eye pins. And then we've got the ball pins. Those are the gold ones. And for the silver, I have some eye pins and some longer ball pins. So this is the tray that I'm going to be working from. I will move it off to the side so that it is not in my way while I work. But if you're creating along with me, the tools I'm going to be using are some flat nose pliers without a grip, some some flush cutters, some round nose or needle nose pliers. And today I think we might actually try, I had a request to create some rings. So I've got my ring mandrel, and I've got some 20 gauge aluminum wire. I've got some 20 gauge copper. And I've got some 20 gauge brass. Both the copper and the brass are raw, so they are not coated. Those we will do after we try the earrings. Let's see what's going on. If I'm not on too long, But I do plan on trying to at least grant the request to do some rings. All right, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started with this one here. So I really love this, and it's hard to choose, and it doesn't really matter which one I choose because they're all so beautiful. So I'm thinking I want to do silver, right? Do some silver. Let me get this from shaking. See if I can keep this from shaking. Okay. We're going to do some silver findings with this. Hello, Miss Dot. How are you? Good afternoon. Thank you for joining, sweetie. I hope you're staying warm because it is freaking cold in Georgia. It's 30 degrees, 29, 30 degrees here. All right, so let's see. It doesn't matter. They're gonna match because they are abalone shell. So let's go ahead and do these two. And it's that cold in Virginia too. Oh boy. Let's see if we can build our earrings here. Do something like that. I don't know. Let me get some of this. You know what? I don't have a flat surface here. They're gonna roll. I've got a towel under here and it's kind of wonky. Let's see. I don't want to put the blue on here. Don't want to do that. So let's see what this is gonna look like. I think I'm going to do this and this. Now I am here for you guys to give me some suggestions if you think that there's something different I can do. You know, I would love to put some wire wrap on here. That's what would really be cool. But I don't want to cover up the beauty of this bead. But I definitely don't want to. I want this to be the star. So let this be the star. This is going to be a simple earring. So let's do this. I think I want to do another bead here. Let's see if we can do a seed bead on top here. We'll do one here. I don't know, that just seems too plain. Too plain for these earrings. I don't know. We'll see. This is not... I had it in my head, but it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's see. I really think I want to do some wire wrapping on this. Let's see what the wire wrapping looks like. I'm going to get some aluminum wire. I don't know how much I'm getting ready to use, so I'm gonna make it long. Let's see. This is 20 gauge aluminum wire, and I'm going well beyond my 12 inches. So we're gonna do 12, 17 inches. That's just a random number. I don't know why I chose that. So let's see. I'm gonna fold this over. I think this is gonna be, and what I want is a loop right here. See if it'll fit in here. It's not gonna both fit, but I'm going to put one of these ends of the wire through here and bring it all the way down. I'm gonna bring this wire up behind the, so here's what we have. We've got the wire folded in half. Let me see if I can move this out the way. We've got the wire folded in half, and we got one piece behind it and one piece in front of it. But what I want to do is bring it up just a little bit and twist this wire. Let me put this in here. I want to twist the wire so I can make a loop. Actually, I'm going to do this. Twist this wire around it. 1, 2. I'm going to do one more time. And then I'm going to bring this back up right here. See if I can make this a little bit rounder. I'm going to hold this and twist that a little bit more. All right, so now we have that. I'm going to twist this around. I'm twisting the bead instead of the wire. And then I'm going to come around like this. I'm just going to do a simple wrap and come back around like that, and then come back up. That's not looking very great. It looked better in my head. Let's see. Yeah, this wire is too soft, number one. Look at that. I can just rip it apart. All right, guys. That's not working. It's probably best that it's not working because my hands are going to hurt after wire wrapping. So let's see what we're going to do here. Let's get back to this earring. Maybe I'll jump in and do this one. Look at that. That's pretty. I think it was missing something. Yeah, that's pretty. That looks better. We'll make it a simpler earring, but we'll keep the blingy part there. It's going to be a simple earring. That's what it's going to be. So we're going to bend that over, and then we're going to bring this up and around, and then I'm going to wrap it. Simple earring, very simple. Wrap that around. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that so it will come back. We'll do a little bit more. Put this in there. Bring it around. And then I'm going to snip this. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to snip this. Lift it up. Snip it. And then press it in so we can get rid of the pokey parts. Let's go ahead and do that a little bit more. And then there we go. So we got a nice, cute, pretty, simple earring. Let's do another one. I think I like that. It's simple, but if you find that you can see anything different, please let me know. That's what we're here for. So let me grab another one of these. This is what I used, a ball pen. It's in silver tone, and I'm going to grab another one of these, blue and green iridescent. And I'm going to drop this on here, just like that. Do another one. Sometimes simpler is better. Thank you. I appreciate that, Miss Dot. Sometimes simpler is just way better. I was trying to get a little too funky. No need for all the funk, right? So I'm going to bend this back, and then I'm going to go ahead and it's sliding. Bring it around. Tighten it a little bit. Let me do this and wrap. gonna wrap, wrap, wrap. I think it's really cute too. And I guess I was just trying to do a little too much, and it's not even necessary. So let me press this. Let me do this. I'm gonna press it just a little bit, then I'll cut it. I'm gonna cut that, bring it up. Miss Dot, are you creating today? Are you in your studio creating more clay? I know you were working on some clay collection. Let me do this. And that has just a little bit of a pokey. I want to get that out of there. Squeeze that in a little bit more. And I think we're good. So what you think? Very, very cute. Very cute and simple. We'll put the findings on after we get the rest of the earrings done. So here's the first pair. Simple, cute earrings. Very, very cute. I love them. We're going to put those to the side and move to the next. I'm going to tell you that I'm just dying to get to these pearl ones, but I'm going to wait because I still don't know exactly what I want to do with them. So here's the next ones that I want to work on. You're on a break from your creations. I hear that. Sometimes we just got to take a break. I'm glad you're joining me while you take a break. Let's see. So this looks like it's going to be my regular Saturday live date. And okay, look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. Now they can go, and I had them set aside to go with these. So let's see what that looks like. Let me take this jump ring off. And let's see if I can do it with my fingers. These are some strong ones. I've got my sweat hood on. I got a hoodie on while I'm sitting here working. And it is nice and toasty in my room. I just hate that I don't want to come outside of my studio today. I was going to go down to the craft stores just to look, wink, wink. And when I saw how cold it is going to stay today, I was like, I am not going anywhere. That is not happening. So you know what? I think I want to use the eye hooks, the eye pins on this one because it has this loop there, and I can attach that there and maybe make this a finishing piece. Let's see what that looks like. We're going to use a couple of them. Hello, Miss Mary Ellington. How are you? Thanks for joining. I'm trying to create a couple of earrings from the haul that I had from my studio. Trying to make sure I use what I got. And I'm just playing around right now to see what's going to work. So I think I'm going to do these. I'm going to make these dangles. So let's do that. We got some beautiful blingy. I call them disco balls, but you know. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to bend it over. And I'm going to come back around. I have a lot of wire to work with right here. And that's okay. I'm not going to worry about how much I am wasting because I'm going to use this piece right here to make another dangle later. So let me close this up as much as I can, and then I'm going to clip it. Miss Mary, what you working on today? You working on anything today? Let's clip that right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close it so there's no pokey parts. Oops. Let's do it one more time. We're gonna clip. I keep picking up the wrong tools because I'm not paying attention. All right, so we got that one dangle, right? And that's gonna go down here. So let's go ahead and make this one. I wanna make the hole nice, the same. So we're gonna do this, turn, and then bring it around and twist. I think I did something wrong. Twist, okay? Twisting and twisting. So now I've got my other dangle. I'm gonna go ahead and clip. All right, let me see what's going on with the comments. Oops, I gotta do one more clip. And then I'm gonna squeeze. And now I've got two. Had to go out yesterday, and of course you stopped by Joann's. Did not do a lot of damage. Okay, well, you got to share what you got. You need to make sure you share and show us what you got. I'm okay. Now, guys, my hands are starting to work. They're talking to me right now and saying that they're a little tired. So look at my hoops. They're just a little off. These are going to be my earrings anyway. They're just a little off, so practice your hoops. Okay? And here's that. We're going to make this a dangle. We're going to take this down. Bracelets. Let's see. What you doing? That's awesome. Let's see. The heart. I need to work these tools. This is a hard jump ring. All right. So, Miss Mary, you're working on bracelets and the right match. Let's see. I don't know what that is. I can't read it because the heart is hiding your comment. Let's see. Your comment says still bracelets and rings. Oh, okay. I love it. You know, I'm going to try and get some rings to go with what I got going on here in a little bit. So hopefully you'll hang around just a little bit because I'm going to be doing some rings before we jump off of here. So let me get this done. I was trying to see your comments, so sorry for the delay. Let's do this. And we're going to do, can you guys see me? Sorry. This and this. And I'm using my round nose to close it. When I look at my chats, like I'm recording on I'm actually going live on my phone, and then when I'm on my computer to read the chats, there's a big fat heart that is covering everybody's last word. It's like the emoji thing that it wants me to put an emoji, but I am not seeing a couple of words. So I see now it's bracelets and rings to match. Awesome. I love that. I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna do some rings today. And I wanna because Miss Jenny or Janae, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. She asked me if I was gonna do some rings today. Yeah, that heart's in my way when I get ready to look at the chats, but that's okay. I see what you're doing right now. So there, we got that. And I'm going to just hold this. This is a really strong jump ring. And it's really hard to close without the tools. So here's what I have so far. Uh-oh, that's gonna come off. The ball went all the way in there. I don't know. That's why my hoop is so long. So there's that. What do you guys think? Okay, I will hang around. Love the earrings. Okay, Miss Mary, please hang around. I plan on not being on here way too long. I'm making earrings today. So here's what I made so far. And here's the 2 pair. And I'll be putting the findings on. And I'm going to try and make some rings to match them. You like that, Miss Dot? I like these too. All right, we're going to try one more pair with the pearls, which I am dying to get to. And then we'll put the finishes on. I'm going to have to do this one over because if you see, the ball pen went all the way up in here. And I'm scared that it's going to come off. So, but for now, I'm going to leave them just like that because I want to make sure we get to the rings today. And here's some of the pearls. These are so freaking cute. And of course, they're not symmetrical. They're not shaped the same. So I'm going to have to get creative. Actually, it won't even matter. I'm not even going to worry about if they match, the shapes match, because that's the character of these. So I'm just going to pick 2. Let me get a couple more because I want a lot of iridescence to show on here. So boom, let's see if these are going to make me feel better. Let me see. Can you see? All right, we're going to do this one and this one. How about that? Yep, we're going to do these 2. And they're more gold than anything. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in. See that? Absolutely gorgeous. So, let's see. Take these. And then see what we have is I'm going to use some bicones and some spacers. So let's do that. Get a couple of bicones to match. 1 and 2. Let's do 4. And do a couple of spacers. Maybe we make these a little bit longer. So see the spacers? I'm not sure exactly what we're going to have right now. But let's see how long. I have a ball pen. Let's do this because you guys can't see. I have a ball pen. So let's see if I can do something like this. So we got that. Put the bicone there. Let's put the pearl next. Another bicone. Let's do a spacer. I think this shape is going to mess with me. I said it wasn't, but it's going to mess with me because it's not falling right. Let me see. What do you guys think? Does it matter? It looks like a bean right now, doesn't it? Let me try another one that has a little bit more of an oval shape. Maybe it'll make me feel better. We might actually get 2 earrings, 2 gold earrings out of this today. Let's see. So we got, let's see if it's just going to be down here. Do that with this. If you're watching live, say hi, please. I see you watching. I would love it if you just joined us and started. Just give me some suggestions based on what you see happening here. 'Cause I'm just going with the flow. And had no plan, really. There's one. I think this one feels better. Because of the shape. I like this shape better. I'm going to take this apart. This one I might make a ring. So let's keep it to the side. Yeah, they're all different shapes, and that's what I really love about them. But I think what I'm going to do is try to find something a little bit the same on the earrings as best I can. And then I'll use this one to make the ring. So these are going to be the last pair of earrings that we make today. And then I'll jump to the rings. And because I'm ready to do the gold, the pearl ones, I'll do the pearls first with some brass, excuse me, with some brass wire. So there's those two simple dangly earrings, very simple. Maybe I'll go ahead, I don't know. I'm going to do a ring for those. Let's see. Let me go ahead and close this up. I'm going to close and then come back and twirl all the way at the top. I'll go ahead and stop on these earrings so that I can save my hands for the rings. So let me go ahead and snip this. I'm going to press it in, get rid of this, any kind of pokey, right? Again, these are mine. So if they look a little wonky, I'm doing this so that we can get some ideas if you need some. Thank you, Miss Mary. If you have anything similar to this, maybe you'll get some ideas from what I'm doing here, okay? And that's the whole idea of my lives, really, is to show you what I'm working on and hopefully give you some ideas, and maybe you guys can give me some ideas, because none of us are perfect. I'm here to help. I'm here to get some suggestions. Let me go ahead and get this a little bit more. And this wire that I'm using right here, right now, because my hands are a little fragile today, it's very, very soft. And it's very easy to manipulate. These are the ear wires that I'm using, and they're just really, really soft. And I'm using them because I want to be able to make the earring without the struggle. Look at that. These are cute. Oh, yas. Look at that. These are really, really cute. I love these. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a ring for that. Let me put some of this away. Let me put this away and this away. Don't throw away your scraps. You like it, Miss Dot? I think I really like these earrings. I think all three of them. Let me go ahead and redo this one because I like this one and I want to make sure that it does not slide all the way through, because I'm scared it will. Watch. Yep. See what happened? It came all the way through. So now I know I really should have. Let me redo these. I'm going to put these up here. And we got some rings we're getting ready to make. I'm going to redo this one because I don't want it to slide all the way through on this one too. So let me show you what I'm going to do. We've got some seed beads that I can, I'm going to cut this on off. All right, there we go. See if I can get a hold of this. Oops, let me poke this through. There we go. We got that out. We got that ready. Move these over. So I've got some clear seed beads. Those ball pens will not go through those. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this. See how it's stuck right there? It's not going anywhere. Now I can put my ball on here. And then I can make my loop. So let me go ahead and do this and this, and we're getting ready to wrap it. Now this wire is a lot stronger than the gold one I just showed you. So I'm gonna wrap it one more time. Actually, one more time because I got an idea. All right. And let me squeeze this down. And then I'm going to clip it right here and then tuck it. Clip it right here. And then I'm going to tuck it in to this hole. Let's see if I can do it. Down, down, down. There we go. No sticky parts. And there's my little dangle. Now I can't do too many of these. My hands will be finished before we know it. So let's go ahead and do this one. And then as soon as I finish this one, we're getting ready to do our rings. So there's that. I'm gonna bend and bend. And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap. Wrap, wrap, wrap. I'm going to go one more time up. And then I'm going to squeeze this in. It's not as tight as I want it. Okay. And we're going to one more time. Yep, I feel my fingers giving up. This wire stuff, I love doing it. It's just hard on my hands. If I don't plan for it, I'll be giving up early. And I really want to do more wire. So let me close this in. Push, push, push. No sticky point. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put this back on here. Where's the jump ring? Yep, we're going to get that off. These are going to be really cute now. I really want to make more of these earrings. Let me grab these and just hold them. Twist. Put this on. Oops. Put that on and close it up. Twist. Let me get a little bit more flatness right there. These beads I got from the craft store, and I need you to show me which beads are you talking about, because I could get them in bulk. I just don't have them in bulk right now. But what you're looking at right now are things that I got from a craft store. I had them in my stash when I was going through trying to organize. I found all of these and was delighted. So, Miss Mary, I don't have these in bulk right now, but I could get them in bulk. So you let me know which ones you're talking about, and I'll see if I can get those exact ones. But no, these right here specifically, what I'm working with, are not necessarily for sale. Let me close this. Yeah, there we go. Let me close that a little bit more. There we go. All right, so we're ready to put some ear wires on these and these and these. So these are the ones you're talking about. I got these as a link. You might be able to find these. I think I got them. I don't know if I got them from Joann's or Michael's. I don't remember because it was such a long time ago. Literally, I got these back in 2020. No lie. So if these are the ones you're talking about, they may be at Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby. All right. But I know some wholesale options. Thank you so much, Miss Dot. Mary, I know some wholesale options that I might be able to come across these. So just FYI, I don't know if you guys know it. I might have mentioned it before. I am working to become a wholesale distributor. And these are the items, types of items that I'm going to be working on offering you guys. So to be continued. I have a lot that I'm trying to do in 2024 for my craft members. Thank you so much. I am happy with all of these earrings. So I'm pulling out my ear wires. I'm going to go ahead and put them on. Right now they're tangled. How do you get so tangled? All right, so let's see. We got 2 silver. We're gonna do some gold, which I don't do a lot of gold ear wires. I like silver a lot more because there's so many different variations of gold that it's almost hard to match sometimes. So these are really, really silver. And then I've got some that are not as silver. So let's see, where are they? We've got, come on, baby, where you at, where you at? So because I wasn't too sure which ones I was going to use, I didn't actually pull them out ahead of time. But I think we've got what we need here. So let's go ahead and create these earrings. These are so cute. These are beautiful. Look at that. Aren't these cute? Man. See, when they come out this cute, I want to make a ton of them. Look at these. These are so cute. I'm going to make me a pair. And then I'm going to make several others. Yes, honey. What y'all think? Very nice. I love them too, Miss Mary. Thank you. Let me go ahead. Them gold ones are fire though, okay? Those pearls? Yes, yes, yes. Let me go ahead and finish those. Do this. Where are you? Put that on there. And close that. Make sure it's closed. Look at these. Oh my gosh. Guys. Yas, auntie. Yas, yas, yas. Look at that. Now those are beautiful. And I love these beads down here. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing. I am happy with those. Let's get these gold ones done, and then we're going to get some rings to match. We're going to do some rings to match. Yes, yes, yes. We must. We must. We must. All right. Let's get that. Thank you, Miss Mary. I really appreciate you guys being here because the feedback is what I need. Sometimes I get, you get in a slump and you don't know. Oh boy. These are freshwater pearls. I got them on a strand from one of those hobby stores. Again, this was in my stash from when I had gone shopping in 2020 when the lockdown was going on. These are freshwater pearls. But I got something for you guys. I'm about to start creating my own beads so that I can sell those in bulk. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So we got 1. Oh my gosh. 2. And 3. Look at those. These are cute. These are beautiful. I love them. Which one is your favorite ones? 1, 2, or 3? I think these are my favorite. Then if I had to choose gold, the gold ones would be. I love them all. I can't even say. Can't even say. Which one is your favorite? All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get... Thank you. Number 1 dot. That abalone shell is beautiful. I love it. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna make rings for that one, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Cause initially I was thinking maybe if I did like a bulk ring, right, and wrap. I don't know. Let's try it. Here's where the hands get ready to get tested. So I have a stainless steel ring mandrel. Mary, you like number 3? I like number 3 too. I like them all. I'm biased. So let's see if I can put them 1 here. Oops. 1 here and 1 here. I'm glad I got the 3 done, but I almost wish I had done more. So we're going to try and we may do a ring with either one of these to match that. We're definitely going to do a ring with this bead to match that. And for sure, I think these would be a really cute option for that. And it's going to be a simple bead ring. I'm not going to try and do anything too fancy. So let's see. I'm going to try the harder wire first. The brass wire is harder. It is a 20 gauge. I'm thinking maybe I should go get a smaller gauge, but let's just see. Nope. I think I'm going to go get a smaller, a 20. If I have a 24, I'm going to get it. Hold on, please. I need a thinner wire. I don't want my hands to hurt the rest of the weekend. I don't know that I have it. Okay, we're going to do 20 gauge. Okay, we're going to do... All right. Okay, I've got 28 gauge. That's too thin. So we're not going to do it. We're going to do 20 gauge wire. Let me see if this will match. That'll match. So what's this? That's 18 gauge and it's soft. Nope, 20 gauge copper is what we're going to use, guys. 20 gauge copper for these. And I'm going to pull about... I got these from Rio Grande. I've had them for a long time. 2021 possibly. Saying I'm going to get into the wire wrapping. And I promise you guys, I wanted to. But, you know, 22 when you wrap rings. And I don't have 22. I thought I did, but I don't have it. So let me see what I can do with this. Hopefully it'll fit. All right. Definitely have way more wire than I need. So I'm going to take it and make it go half. I think I did about... How much did I do? Where's my ruler? 24 inches or so of wire is what I have, right? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around my mandrel. Let me do this one. This one's lighter. I'm going to wrap it around my mandrel a couple times. Let me do that off camera because the wire is too long. Hold, please, and then I'll show you what I did. I like having a longer, multiple bands. So I've wrapped this a couple times behind it and a couple times in front of it. And I'm going to go up here and make it a little bit smaller than I really want it to be. I have another ring video where I showed you my how I did it, but I promise you there's so many other videos. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around like this and wrap this around like this. And I'm going to do it one more time. Wrap it around like this. Wrap it around like this. Oops, sorry. Wrap it around like this. I'm going to do it one more time. Wrap here and wrap here. So now I've got a 3 band here. I'm going to snip some of this in a minute. Look at that. That's going to be a cute ring. So let me take it off of the mandrel. I'm going to push it down a little bit further because I want it to be something that'll fit on my finger. So let's see what size that is. That's usually an 8 for me. But I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. That wire is from Rio Grande. And I can't remember how much I paid for it because it was so long ago. But I'm sure it was affordable. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it. So here's that. It's at a larger size than I think I'm going to need. And then I'm going to pull this off. And I'm going to wrap the side. This is all your preference, really, how you want to wrap it. And I think I made a mistake by dipping it in feet first. I should have just bent it in. So I'm pushing this in to go there. Yeah, this wire is really hard for me after a certain couple turns. So I think what's going to be better is that 20 gauge aluminum to show you guys what the style that I'm trying to do. I'm not a ring maker. I'm not a ring maker, but I think I'm going to try this again, though, before we hang up. Before this live is over. I'll do this one more time. And then I'm going to push it. And then I'm going to make sure my band or shank is flat. And if you know how to make rings, please don't cringe at me. This is not my specialty. I'm just trying to do something fun right now. All right, let me go ahead and do this. Push that, close that, close that. There we go. We're going to do that. I think I need to do one more on this side. One more in here. And then I'm going to wrap it back down. And I'm going to have to clip it. So let me put it back on the ring mandrel. This one I think I'm going to hammer because I'm going to need it to be bigger. Now look at that. That's a cute ring. Wait till I finish before you judge it. Wait till I finish it. Let me clip this. Where's my snippers? I'm gonna clip it right here and press it on down. Whoops. It's not doing what I want it to. Yeah, this 20 gauge is a little too hard. I wish I had 24. Okay, there's no rough spots. I'm going to go ahead and clip this. And then I'm going to clamp it down. Yeah, I started with the harder wire first, knowing that I was going to need softer before I was done. I'm scratching this wire. All right, no hard spots. Let me go ahead and get this in here. So I'm putting it on the wood one right now. And I'm bringing it down. This is a stepped mandrel, and I like the stepped mandrel because you can get a lot more surface with the right size. So there's my band. All right, let's see what size it is. Does it fit? It's still, yep, there it is. There's my ring. No sticky points. And just to make it nice and firm, I'm gonna hit it. Sorry for the noise. Off the camera. But I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I'm tapping. Thank you so much, Miss Dot. My hands, man, hung in there. So I'm tapping. And I just want it to get a little harder, and it did. So now I'm going to flip it over because this is a tapered, sorry for the noise, guys, tapered thing. So here we go. And you got a little bit of texture from the hammering. So there's my ring. I love it. I'm happy. That's so cute. You like Miss Mary? I love it. Oh my, and that gold is perfect. So I'm taking it and turning it around. There's no sticky parts. And it goes so well with these earrings. I think I'm happy. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so we got one pair of earrings and one ring. Cool. So that brass is the hardest wire that I'll be working with today. And I'm learning that I need 24 gauge wire for rings if I'm going to do copper. So we're going to put this to the side. Let's see. I'm going to be working with aluminum. I had the copper wire out, but I don't think anything here is going to match the copper right now, even though the pearl might match it, but I'm not going to mess around with that one. This aluminum is a lot softer, and it's what I like to use. So 20 gauge is a comfortable softness for the rings that I'm going to make now. Now these, just so you know, I like to do about 3 or 4 bands, especially with the aluminum, and then hammer it. So I have 24 inches here. Let me move this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this right here, this bead, and do it just a little bit different. Let me see. How am I going to do this? Can this go in here? Nope. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put this on here. This is going to be a little bit different. So I've got the bead on the end here, and then I'm going to take this. Okay, my wire's in the way. I'm going to take this and wrap it. Take that and wrap it. Wrap it one more time. Whoops, I made a boo-boo. Wrap it one more time. Oh, my fingers are slipping. All right, so we got it. We got it wrapped. And then I'm wrapping it one more time. And now I'm taking it around this way. And this, oh my gosh, my fingers. Let me see if I can bring this up. Guys, I'm so sorry. Let's see. We got it wrapped this way. And then I'm going to wrap it one more time. And then I'm going to wrap it this way. And this way again. Right? Now let me see where it fits. Okay, it's going to be a little bit big on me, but I'm going to also do one more. And then I'm going to tuck this in under here. They're mixed up, so we're going to do one at a time. Tuck it under here and wrap, and tuck this one under there and wrap. One more. Push that over. I'm going to mash it down. Mash it this way and mash it that way. Right? So this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to flatten these out before I cut anything. Flatten these out. Push it onto the mandrel. Now I'm going to, hey Marcia, how are you, my dear? Thanks for joining. Now I'm going to tap this with the hammer to make sure that I can get some strength going on. I'm going to take it away from the camera because I know it's probably loud, but I'm going to hammer all the way around the shaft. Let me see. Make sure there's no overlapping. Where there is, I'm going to pull it out. So let me do that. So we got the 4 bands, and let me tap it over here. This is going to strengthen it, and it's going to give it some design. So here's the design. If you can see that. See the indentions? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more over this way, just so it'll wrap one more time through. And then I'm going to tuck it under the ring. So hold please. Let me do this. And then I'm going to snip it and tuck it under. So I'll show it to you in just a second. My fingers are giving up on me, guys. Help me. Help me. Marcia, what you working on today? Let's get this snipped over. And then I'm going to press them in. Tuck them right on in there. Under the bottom. And there's no sticky parts, right? So here's the ring. Nice. Now all I'm going to do is adjust it a little bit more, push it down, and I'm going to hit it a little bit more so it can be stronger. And here's my ring with the nice indention, hammered look, and it's strong. And it sits up a little high, but there it is. Let's see if I can do one more in the same style as the original ring. And then I'll show you the difference between all. Okay, and then we'll be done. It's 2 o'clock. Okay, so that's good. We're doing good. Right at an hour. Uh-oh. Dropped my wire, y'all. Okay, so we're going to do one more ring. But I think what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to put a seed bead on the side, a blue bead, and then another seed bead, clear seed bead, right? Gonna go ahead and fold it in half-ish. So there's what I have. And then I'm gonna go, thank you, Miss Mary, I appreciate it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same style that I did before. So I'm gonna wrap, one in front, one in back, Make sure you don't lose your beads. Keep those up top. Right? One more wrap. One more wrap. So we got one on this side, one on this side. We're going to go this way under that bead, and we're going to go this way under that bead. So they're facing different ways, and we're going to do it one more time. This way under the bead. And I'm going to do it one more time. And this is securing the beads onto the ring. All right, so now we've got 4 layers. Marcia, girl, I was in those streets hitting them. 80% off. Oh my God. You are making things real hard for these sisters over here, okay? All right, so there's that bead, but I'm going to turn it so I can get that beauty on the top right there. All right, so there's that. Let me see what that looks like. See what that looks like around the edges compared to this one? All right, so here's that. Now we're going to wrap. Let me see, is there any overlap? Okay, we're going to wrap. Push that in. This aluminum is so easy. We're going to wrap it. 1. Push. 2. So we got 3 there. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to do over here. 1, 2, and 3. Time to put it back on the ring mandrel. Get it back on there. Nice. No overlapping. If you see it, mash it down. Get it fixed. Yep. Do that. Push that in. I think I want to do one more wrap on each side. Thank you so much, Marcia. I appreciate it, honey. We're going to do one more wrap. And then I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I'm going to do some hammering on the base of it to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. So let me hit that one more time and do some fine tuning. This style I like much better in aluminum. So this should be going that way. This should be going that way. Let me hit it, and then I'll show you everything that we worked on today. One moment. Marcia, what else you got? 80% off? Where'd you go? Joann's? Hold on. All right, let's see. I love this texture. Every time I make rings, I'm going to do it like this. I can't not do it that way. So let me go ahead and clip this so I can mash this in and down. No scratchy parts. We're almost done, guys. I'm about to show you everything we worked on today. Scratch. We're going to push this in and mash it down. Yes. Okay. And let me go ahead and do it a little bit more. And we will be done. Flip it. And then... So when I was younger and we went into a jewelry store back in the day in New York, I would hear that sound and not know what that was. You know, that was the sound of some real jewelry makers doing their thing, right? Now look at me. I'm doing the same thing, making some beautiful jewelry. So let me close this up real quick. I want to close this up so my bead won't spin too much. One sec. Close. Close. And see if that stops it. Okay, so it's not going to spin as much. So here's one. Look at that. And that's going to go with these. With these earrings. Beautiful. So we got one pair of earrings and the ring to match. And then we've got the gold earrings. Oh my gosh, you got a lot, Marcia. I can't wait to see some of those baskets, honey. You better get to creating, dudette. There's that one. And here's that one. That ring. So this one, I think I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting. There we go. So we got all 3 pieces that we made. Thank you guys for joining me. We got this ring to go with those earrings. Thanks, Dot. We got this ring to go with those earrings. And we got this ring, which is a spinner ring, I guess, to go with these. All right, guys, I really appreciate you joining me. All the suggestions, all the feedback is welcome. Even if you're watching the replay, guys, go ahead and make some comments. Please share this video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I have so much more to come. And if you are a regular, thank you for joining me. But here's Saturdays, 1 p.m. This is going to be the regular format. I'll be jumping on. I'll be creating something. I'm looking for some feedback. Eventually, I will be able to invite you guys to come on live with me while I create. And either you can create on camera whatever you're creating, or you can put something together using the same materials. Either way, I'm thanking you guys for being here at any point, either if it's the replay or if it's live. And if you don't mind, please go ahead and view some of my other material, my other content. Thank you, Marcia. I really appreciate it. So in the meantime, also there's a Facebook, that private Facebook group that you can share your content. You can get feedback on it. Thank you so much, Dot. I really appreciate it. You can get feedback on it. There's no judgment. We're all here to help each other become great. Okay? So thank you so much, and go create something amazing. Bye, guys. See you next Saturday, 1 p.m.